Hello out there in YouTube land and all subsequent social media lands. Welcome to an all new video. In this video we're going to be doing a movie review of a new film that just came out last week or so. And is a third film in a trilogy of films that started in 2002. So we're going to get right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this video and the other videos I put up. As always people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon. All those great places to pretty much do all kinds of cool stuff on there. So definitely check it out. As those people, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all new video. So like I was saying before, we're going to be doing a movie review of a new film that just came out a couple weeks ago. And it's a third film and a sequel of films that is just a really fun rom-com comedy of a time called My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Yeah! My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Yeah. So in this third outing, once again, pretty much everyone from the previous films returns in this film. And it's just one of those films that was so fun to watch. It was just so endearing, so fun, so beautifully done. It was well written, and it just was a really great time and very enjoyable film, and just a really great sequel that, was super fun, showed you about family, showed you about love, compassion, all that kind of cool stuff, and just was so, enjoyable. And of course this film has to be none other, star and be directed by, none other than Miss Nia Vardalos! Oh yeah, Nia Vardalos! Yeah, Nia Vardalos! Yeah! So Nia, who you might recognize from the previous two films and other films of the years, directed, wrote, and starred in this film, and is just a really fun, comedian. I think she's really funny. I think she's fun. She's gorgeous. She's hilarious. She just is a really good writer, and she knew exactly what to write for all three of these films. And she just really knew what to bring to this film, especially, it being, also, how many years later now? 7 years later since the last one, and then it was 14 years between 1 and 2. I thought that time that elapsed really showed the growth of everyone, all the different characters and so forth, and I think it was a great idea to wait so long to do these films. And Nia just knew exactly how to bring it and just give such a great, fantastic film, and it just was so enjoyable. And her writing style is just it's almost like she's writing her own biography almost, and you could really see that in all three films, including this one, that she has a really good idea and tie on, what an Italian family is like and all that kind of stuff, or a Greek family, I should say, and just how everything works and how things are and that type of deal, and how things are over in, in different parts of Greek and stuff like that, Greece and stuff like that. It's such a well-written film, and just Nia did a great job bringing that to life, doing really great directing, doing a really great job with knowing exactly where to put certain things, angles, how to bring the story full tilt, and just give us a really well-rounded, film. And her acting, of course, I always enjoy her. I think she's fantastic, super funny, and she once again just brought the greatness to this film and was super enjoyable. And some of the things that she just brought to it were so hilarious and just worked so well with all the different actors and actresses in the film, and just gave us a really solid performance as well while directing as well, kind of like how Kenneth Branagh did with A Haunting of Venice. She just knew exactly what to do, and over 20 plus years of experience in acting and writing and stuff like that, it gave her that edge that made her film this so beautifully. Now, she has actually directed a few other things before this. One of them has to be the film, I have not seen it, but it does star John Corbett in it as well, and it came out a few years ago, and is kind of considered one of her directorial debuts, called I Hate Valentine's Day. Yeah, I Hate Valentine's Day. Yeah. So I've heard a lot of good things about this film. I thought it's kind of along the same lines as the My Big Fat Greek Wedding films, very much like other films that she's been in and has starred in and written and so forth. And it's just one of those types of, films kind of like rom-com-y, where, the main character kind of has an issue and by the end has fixed that issue type of deal. And, very much along the lines of everything she's pretty much done. And a lot of people say it's a really fun film, really great comedy, really great story, and just overall a really fun film. So if you haven't seen anything else she's directed, definitely check that film out. I Hate Valentine's Day. I've heard a lot of good things about it. But if you want to see her and her acting too, I think one of my favorites of hers, besides the My Big Fat Greek Weddings, is a great film that came out a few years back called My Life in Ruins. Yeah, My Life in Ruins. This movie was really fantastic, and I really enjoyed her character, and I love that she took a little bit of that element of her character in the My Big Fat Greek Wedding films and brought it to this character, having her be this tour guide over in Greece and falling in love with somebody and all this kind of stuff, and it was very similar to that, but I just really enjoyed her evolution of the character throughout the film. It was really fun to see her kind of a little different from her character, Tallulah, in the My Big Fat Greek Wedding films, but at the same time, she had a different kind of edge to her in My Life in Ruins, and it was really fun and enjoyable, showing she does have some great acting chops and acting talent that varies and so forth and stuff like that. So it was really a great film and showed her great acting ability. If you haven't seen My Life in Ruins, definitely check it out for Nia's performance. She was actually really fantastic in it. But overall, I really enjoyed everything that Nia did for this film. Her acting, her directing. She just overall did a really fantastic job. Gave us a really solid sequel and just a really fun overall film that was super entertaining, not sad, not made you angry. It just made you be entertained, and it just was really nice to see something so enjoyable again, and Nia did a great job with that. If you haven't seen anything Nia's done, definitely go check out My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 in theaters now. She did a really superb job. So this movie has a great cast. Once again, like I said, majority of everyone that's been in the previous films joins in this film. We have a few new characters popping up here and there that add to the awesome cast that's already there, and it's just a really fun film and great cast. Now to start us off is none other than Nia's husband in the film, Tallulah's husband, Mr. John Corbett. Yeah, John Corbett. Yeah, John Corbett. John is such a great actor. I think he's a great versatile actor. He's super awesome, super funny, but also can be very serious at times, and he's really good at drama, really good at pretty much anything he ever does. He's just super enjoyable. And he just does a great job of bringing great characterization to all these different types of characters. And I always feel that, John plays a lot of great, side characters, a character actor, I feel he is most like. And he always brings just a great fun to all of his characters, which is just always awesome. Now, John, of course, in this film, I really enjoyed him. I thought he brought a little differentness to his character in this film this time around. I like that, he stayed pretty much to his roots of how he's been in the previous two films, but I enjoyed that he kind of advanced in this film a little bit. He made a few differences, and, now he's further down in his marriage with Tula and stuff like that, and how he has, gone on and become more of a different person now that he's retired from being a school teacher and a principal and all that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed his evolution throughout the series, and he did a really good job of bringing that to life, bringing it from the script to screen really well in this film. Now, another film that you should check him out in, which I think is one of my all-time favorites of his, and just an unexpected film that I didn't foresee him in, and he just was a really great addition to the film, is a great film that came out a couple years called 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. Yeah. 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. Yeah. This is a solid shark film, and he actually is in it as the father, or stepfather, I should say, and father of a couple of the characters in the film. And he is just super awesome in this film. I loved what he brought to it. I loved his character. I thought he did a great job bringing this character to life. And he just was super awesome in the film. And I loved his relationship with the different characters and stuff like that. And I enjoyed that he brought kind of a realness to the character. He brought, what a real father would do in a situation dealing with what they are. And just having to deal with, some crazy coincidence where there's some blind sharks that, are in this structure underwater that they end up going into and stuff like that. And I appreciated what John did to the character, and just was a really great addition to that film. If you haven't seen John Corbett in anything else, definitely check him out in 47 Meters Down Uncaged. He was really phenomenal in it. But overall, I really enjoyed him again in this film. He just did a great job and just was super enjoyable. If you haven't seen him in anything recently, definitely go check him out in My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 theaters now. He was really awesome. So that brings me to the next actress I like to talk about that was in this film. And that is none other than Auntie herself, Miss Andrea Martin! Oh yeah, Andrea Martin! Woo! Andrea Martin, yeah! So Andrea Martin once again returns in this film as her aunt character from the previous two films. And she is absolutely freaking hilarious. Anything she's ever in, she's absolutely on point, super hilarious. And I don't think gets enough credit for how great of a comedian she is. And I just really enjoy Andrea. I think she does a great job in anything I've seen her in. She just recently was in Only Murders in the Building. She was absolutely hilarious as, Steve Martin's girlfriend, which was absolutely freaking hilarious. And she just is a really fun actress that does a lot of great bit characters and just is super enjoyable. Now, another movie you should definitely check her out in, and I think she plays a really fun character, is in a great 2004 film called New York Minute. Yeah, New York Minute. She's absolutely freaking hilarious as the mayor in this film. She is so funny. She just works so well with the Olsen twins and all the other actors and actresses in the film. And she is just super hilarious at the same time as being like, where she's trying to be serious, but she's not. She's like super funny. And the character was just written so well, and Andrea just took those wording and just brought it to the T as her character in the film. And she just was like super funny. I don't think she gets any credit for how good of a character she was in that film. And she just was super awesome in it. I just absolutely loved her. One of her best roles, I think, to date. She was absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't seen Andrea Martin or anything, definitely check out A New York Minute. She was really superb in it. But overall, I really enjoyed her returning. She was a great addition again to this film and just really enjoyable to watch. And she was super funny again and worked so well with all the other actresses and actors and just was a pure joy in the film. If you haven't seen Andrea Martin recently, definitely go check her out in theaters in My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. She was really awesome. So it brings me to the final actress I like to talk about that was in this film. And that is none other than Tallulah's and Mr. John Corbert's daughter in the film, Miss Alita Campuros. Oh yeah, Alita Campuros, yeah, Alita Campuros. So the first movie I ever recall seeing her in was My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, but she actually has been in a few other films that I've actually seen and totally forgot she was in them. And I just remember thinking she was such a weird looking woman in the first film I saw her in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, just going, wow, she's just weird looking. And at the same time, I think that, as time has gone on, she's become a better actress. And most definitely in this film, you can see that she's really grown as an actress. She's gotten a lot better, and she just has aged and looks a lot, different and better now than she did when I first saw her. And, you might recognize her from recently, last year, she was in the movie called Wife-like. And I was blown away that was the same chick. I was like, holy crap, that's her? I'm like, wow. I'm totally like blown away going, I can't believe that's the same chick. I'm like, wow. And how different her acting has gotten since her first debut as Tallulah's and John Corbert's daughter in the second My Big Fat Wedding. And I just was, surprised by her in this film, thinking, wow, she actually has gotten better. She's actually not too shabby. She actually was pretty entertaining in the film. And she was, also a great addition to the film as well. And surprisingly, she was just really enjoyable in this, and I really liked her evolution throughout the film. And I liked that it took right off from where we last saw her in the last film. And I just really thought that they did a good job with it. And she was just really a great addition. Now, another film she was in, which I absolutely love this film and totally forgot she was even in it. And she actually wasn't too shabby in it. And this was before My Big Fat Greek Wedding came out, too, I should say. And she just was an interesting character in this film and, kind of played a fun character to Adam Sandler in the film. And then, of course, the film called The Cobbler. Yeah, The Cobbler. This movie is absolutely fantastic, and Alina did a great job of the film portraying her character, and I thought that it was actually not too shabby and enjoyable, and I thought that she and Adam Sandler worked really well together and gave us a really great performance. And overall, I thought that she just brought, definitely an interesting take on the character, and you could definitely see that she was still learning kind of how to act and all that kind of stuff in the film, but overall, I enjoyed what she brought to it. If you haven't seen The Cobbler, definitely check it out for Alina. She was actually not too shabby in it. But overall, I enjoyed her performance in this one far better than My Big Fat Greek in 2. And I really enjoyed that she has developed and grown and become a better actress and has definitely, refined her performance skills and all that kind of stuff. And, she just was a great addition as well to have her back in the film. If you haven't seen Alina in anything recently, definitely go check her out on My Big Fat Greek in 3. She was not too shabby. So what is My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 about? Basically, the premise of this film is Michael Constantine, who played the father of Tallulah in the first 2 films, has passed away. And one of his dying wishes was for him to be his ashes to be spread in his native town over in Greece. And so basically the family decides to go over to Greece and respect his wishes, while at the same time getting back to the roots of their Greek ancestry. It's a really fantastically done film. It was so fun, so enjoyable. I was blown away with how fun this film was. I walked out loving this movie, wanted to see it again. It just was so fun and enjoyable, and just a really well-rounded film that had great cast, great acting, great directing, and great writing, and it just was a great addition to that great film series. If you haven't seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 yet, definitely go check it out on theaters now. Worth the watch. Great entertaining scenes throughout this film. Oh my gosh, so funny, some of these scenes. Lots of great comedy between the aunts, between Tallulah, between John Colbert's character, and just all the family members, stuff like that. Joey Fatone returning in it. Excellent, excellent performances. If you haven't seen it, go check it out now in theaters. Really fantastic. Can't wait to add it to the collection. So that's it for this movie review, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Also, thank you for subscribing. And if this is your first time here, or you have been here before, don't forget to check out any other new movies you haven't seen yet. As always, people, you guys are awesome. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed recently. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and you guys have been rocking it. Keep your eyes out for any awesome specials that we're going to be doing through the MCU's Bleeding Edge to get me up to that 1,000 mark. We got contests going. We got some gift cards to give out. So keep your eye out, people. Check that stuff out. As always, catch you in the next one.